say, you say, I love and healing all my relations. This is ShamanLittleFawn, you say, creator of hope. So I am here. I'm going to be rolling some joints, and I will be sharing how it works. I just got my ancestors here every morning. My cup, I just walk around in the hood. We'll be sitting here. I got some beads here, if you guys know how it works usually for me. I like to have my beads in the morning. I like to be surrounded by around my medicines. I have my cards. Right now I have my the Native American tarot cards. Today I pulled the Posting Coyote card, number 1. So let me share this. So I'm not used to this camera yet or setup. I'll have something proper later on. I'll do a double camera thing. And then I'm just going to read out loud what this card is. So this is the first card for today. And when you're, I've already pre-shuffled this as I've been walking around pondering this today and how I feel. And usually what I do, when you're going to be touching any type of medicines, I make my own smudge rose water. Right, this is my version of hand smudging my holy water. I just call my relations. Everyone likes it. You keep your crystals around. You keep everything. So right now, pens. I'll be adding fidget beads. Like right now, I'm fiddling around with this fish one. It's really cool for fidget focus beads. But yeah, so the number 1, Posting Coyote. So I will find this one. This is number 1. The first numbered card of the major arcana is traditionally a magician or magus. A magician, by today's interpretation, is one who is inept at sleight of hand. In other words, a trickster. The most well-known trickster in Native American lore is a coyote. Posting Coyote, as he is known to various tribes, brought fire to humanity, as Prometheus did in Greek mythology. He is very similar to the Norse god Loki in temperament. Remember how I posted something yesterday about Loki? I was like, Loki, nothing is sacred, therefore everything is equally important to him. To be granted a wish by Posting Coyote is at best dubious. Be careful in choosing the object of the wish. You are liable to get it, though not as you may have envisioned. Hey, now this I have learned early. I'm heavily within this year about learning about. I'm making requests, make sure I'm very clear about my requests, and even if it's something destructive, I have to acknowledge the fact that I'm about to receive certain karma for certain things. I also have the ability I have so much saved good karma that I can negate a lot of harsher things I send out to the universe. Even though it's not my karma, karma still will exist, okay, towards any decision upon the person who is sending karma, okay? Or whatever intentions, spell work, calling in ancestors. There's a whole plethora of ways of how you operate and move energy. There's always a consequence to energy, period. And so, anything you wish, things that don't try to plan out how you're going to get something, no matter what it is. So just be very clear about that when working with energies. Don't try to make it work for you. Just stick to your plan, stay focused on your goals, be as clean and creative and pure as you can, and always balancing your life over and over again. So Posting Coyote is pictured with representatives of the 4 suits found in this tarot deck. In his right hand is fire, his gift to humanity to illuminate the ways in the night, represented by the crescent moon, and to light the pipe in his left hand. Keeping his low-key temperament in mind, it can be assumed that there is a hallucinogen in that pipe. Therefore, one's perspective may not be clearly focused. Coyote's influences ranges from the lush green of the Buffalo Plains to the majestic purple mountains of the Rockies. This card is traditionally attributed to the planet Mercury, the god who bears the wand, the baton, or as a Native American, the pipe. Pipe ceremony scene. The essence of this card is action in all forms and phases. The electric charge of constant creation state. Being creative, the trickster has no conscience. If fair means fail, then he uses foul. The legend of the coyote, Loki, and Mercury are myths of cunning. They do not operate on the intellectual level. They use the unconscious will. Aishka. So yes, we've had a trickster spirit this past week. Heavy in the community be sent. We can see a lot of trickster spirit things being knocked out of your hands over and over, having to pick things up. You're like, what the heck, right? As a trickster spirit around, I've encountered a couple of them, and yeah, it's once you start knowing it, you're like, okay, this is I need to clear the energy, and usually what I'll do then is put some hex curse removal frequencies, align balances, return to sender that trickster spirit if it is sent in maliciously. So these are the things that when you start assessing and working with energy, you have to be aware of your enemies. So a number of times I've had to sit down and yes, like teenagers and wayward temper tantrum children who do not have emotional intelligence yet. They can be very demanding and very selfish little motherfuckers. Okay, really, babies and children and if they've not been trained. So this is just I wish I was say about this. Right now I'm just gonna brains. But usually I do something called intentional will and joint. What you're gonna do is usually, but I digress. I'm going off from here and getting turned into energy going. But yeah, I quickly wanted to share the trickster spirit, or Loki, or steam coyote. For some reason I can't tap into that energy. But yeah, so blazing, connecting, and then what I'm going to be doing is pondering what I just read in ceremony. Usually what I do though is I will be teaching people when you intentionally blaze anything you roll. I would suggest you you write something on the paper before filling the joints or whatever into the paper here. And so I like love, all my relations, thank you creator, you can say creator, freedom, clarity, right? And that's gonna be your joint. But you also can take the next step when you really want to bless those in your community. You take your community business cards, the ones that you only love and represent and roll and really like those homies. You're going to take the cards, you're going to go ahead and cut it up into strips, and these are going to become your filters for your joints. So, in doing so, you'll say, okay, this is my homies. This is how you send good prayers to companies, organizations, and anybody who has the business cards that you are blessing with your energy. And you don't have to be in church to bless people or protect people. Places that you go to every day, if you have their cards and their names and anything, you can bless them through intentional blazing, intentional smoke ceremony, as we call it. We mentioned that smoke ceremony in while riding books here. So yeah, you would just roll it up here. Right, this one here is my Paranada, the spiritual store on Hastings on Commercial Drive. They sell silver, gemstones, jewelry, cotton, silk, hemp, wool, clothing, hats, scarves, bed covers, drums, incense, essential oil, cards, compostable bags, cups, etc. And this is on 1505 Commercial Drive. That's where the newest incense that I've been putting around the city is the Woods one in here. So the Woods for $7. This is at the Commercial Drive location, and sandalwood, pine, and cedar, made in India, and I believe it's cute. But yeah, they have they help women in India who don't have I know their social support systems for single mothers and single women is very hard. So I know Homie there helps provide a service there for the women to make incense versus having to be in poverty or no income. So they make it, and then they bring that good medicine over here to Canada. in downtown East Side, Commercial Drive. Homie G is in spirit. He is the one to bring his protections and his medicines and he's a liaison between India and Canada. Is my homie G, who owns a store, and amongst his other things, and I just gifted him a bunch of beads, and to teach him how to do fidget beads. In that case, when I just thought about him and the beads, something fell down, which means I had to pick it up, which means we're in royalty. Even he's acknowledged as someone royal. Only royals allowed to hang out with other royals, but we usually are very creative in what we do. So in time, we will be making our own native sage smudge non-profits, and to bring our own medicines from here, from these lands, and because we can, bring sage incense sticks out here in downtown Versailles. And I have plans with that. So yeah, okay. Sabayin ng orations.